Do, do, do. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know when you get here if you can hear me. Hopefully everybody is having a good day. We will get started in about 5 minutes. And while I am waiting, I'm going to pop out the rest of these laser cuts and put them with the other embellishments so I don't have to pop them out on the stream. So we got a few more minutes before 9, or before 10, sorry. And then we will get started for real. I should figure out how to set this up as a premiere live so I don't have to go live early. I'm always just so worried that I'll get it wrong. So I always set it up a little bit early, and then we have this awkward kind of 5 minutes at the beginning of the lives that people have to watch, but you can just fast forward. So fast forward till it gets exciting. Hey, Amy, how are you? You were up early this morning. Is it record day? I didn't know it was record day. Oh no, what record did you want to get? Was it like a specific record release, or was it like, I ripped that one. I don't have a record player even, so there was a point in my life when I did, but I just don't have one anymore. Oh, well, that would have been cool. Yeah, I got up this morning early and Belle had already bought donuts and had them delivered. So that was exciting. So I woke up to somebody else getting breakfast for me. It's great. Well, I'm going to finish getting these out of the laser cuts, and then we will get started. This is, once again, I'm using Arden Studios Hidden Creek. It is my current favorite, also happens to be the one on my desk. And today we are going to be scrapbooking otters. So those of you that were around the last set of lives understand that was the goal. Figure out a way to use these otters. So that's what we're doing today. Got a few people watching. We are just, right now we're just getting ready to get started, and I am getting all of the laser cuts poked out because those just are so difficult. I will say that's one of the things I've started doing is when I get a collection and I have time, like sometimes watching TV, other times during conference calls, and I will poke out these laser cuts and put them in a container. Because although they are really easy to look at this way, when you are in the heat of battle trying to get a page done, having to like I just ripped that one, having to go through and poke these out, morning Kathy, is just, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I am not a fan of having to poke these out all the time. I see like this one just broke. They're so delicate too. I was not made for delicate scrapbooking. I was just not made for delicate scrapbooking. Okay. I think we got enough. Let's get started. There's just a few of us, but it's a little bit different. It's a Saturday, so a lot of people have stuff to do. I am going to be doing the color combination, and I am just going to be using the blues and the greens from the Hidden Creek collection. So that is a challenge. I am also, and Amy, I don't know if this was yours or Gina's, going to be trying to use the card sketch as my inspiration as well. So what are we doing today? We are doing the river otter picture. Now, if you look closely in this picture, you will notice it is a picture of a picture. There are currently no river otters at the Mystic Aquarium. So we went there. We were all very excited to see river otters. There were no river otters, but we got a picture with the sign for river otters so that we could scrapbook it. So that's what we're going to do today. Why, you ask? Why are we focused on river otters? Because in the Hidden Creek collection, there are not one, but in here also, if I can find it, 2 river otters. And I said the last time I used this collection, when would you ever scrapbook a river otter? And my dad challenged me to figure out a time. So guess what? Today's the day. We're going to use these embellishments and we're going to scrapbook river otters. So we'll pick out some paper, but I also wanted to show you one other thing, which is, and now I don't know where, here. I got from Michelle the new Tim Holtz Finlets that do the edge and the alphabet. Before the live, I cut out, using the alphabet, of a piece of paper, where are the otters? And I used the edge to create this edge. And I just wanted to show you guys, and I'll do it on a white piece of paper, how great this is. Now, I think this is on waitlist, but if you didn't pick it up and you go on waitlist and she can get one, these are super, super, super cool. I am in love. They don't cut all the way through on the top and the bottom, so you just move it down the page to cut your edge. And you could do as thick as your board is. Now, I just had a very little piece of paper, and I wanted to see if I could do it, and it worked perfectly. So that was super cool. Oh, yours of this? I love this. It's maybe my new favorite. And the alphabet is just super pretty. So we will mess around with putting that down after we get the page together. So highly recommend this. And in fact, these Thinlits, I highly recommend all the time. They're just well made. They work really well. And I haven't had any issues with any of the Tim Holtz Thinlits. So really great product. But let's get this picture cut and then let's pick some paper. How is everybody doing? Did anybody catch the live last night? The design team was live. Amy and I were on. We had 6 of us. We did the 52-week challenges. And I would say technically this could count in the 52 weeks challenges too, because it's a selfie in nature. And I'm going to count this picture of the river otters as nature. So let's look through the papers that I still have. And we need a solid like base and then a pattern. So let's figure out which we want to use. I know this is a pattern, but it's very solid. And if we, that might be too much. I'm trying to get this where you guys can see as I flip through. Oh, I do love that stripe. Let's pull this out as a maybe. Oops, sorry about that. That's kind of enough of a, is that too busy? That might be too busy. Oh, that might be better. And we could do that. Let's see. Oh, you missed it, Kathy. I think you can watch it on replay. I think I'm not going to be able to use that. I think I could use that, but I'm thinking this might just be too much. So let's keep this out and maybe go with this pattern. And if we put the border on it, let's just see how that looks. Our other option is this plaid pattern, or even this plaid pattern. Let's look at these. Let's see what we like. Hey, Rosie. So there is a playlist on, and it's linked as the feature on the My Little Scrapbook Store, Scrapbook Layout Some More. There's a YouTube playlist that says Design Team Live, and that is where you will catch most of the Design Team Lives. So what do you guys think of that? Just enough of the solid over there. Sorry, my camera is not in a great place, is it? Let's see if we can get it up a little bit and get you a better angle there. There we go. Kind of like that. Or we could actually do, I get rid of the thought that I have to do that. I could do these two. Oh no, I don't like that. Don't like that. Never mind. We might back the photo in this. Let's do that. Let's do what we just had down there and let's see what we think. So let's try to cut this to 8 inches. I do like that. I like how that looks. A little bit of design down here, but mainly this. Let's go ahead and attach that. And just as a reminder, we're trying to utilize the card sketch. Put this down as even as I can. Just never really that even. And then we're going to put down the piece that I cut out. And then we're going to put down a ribbon. And then we're going to put down another ribbon. Look at that. Let's do it. So how many of you have been using Hidden Creek? I know that a lot of people like Hidden. I loved it. I fell in love with it, but I think a lot of people got it. I know it's Katie Perret's first collection, I think, outside of 49 Market, at least for a while. Let's put that down. Get that right up to the edge. Oh, that is so much fun. So much fun. And now we will put that down. I'm going to use the ribbon that Michelle sent me in the kit with my kit. Always use the ribbons Michelle sends you. Okay. What do you guys think? So, sketch, layout. Basically what I did, pattern paper, solid, strips. Love how that looks. We're now going to put the sketch away because basically that's the interpretation. And now we're going to cut the ribbon. We still have more than enough to use. And let's get my photo that I've lost. Oh, there it is. I think we'll back that on the dark green. Morning. Oh, Donna, that's great. That's a great idea. I think people forget to pull their collection kits out to make cards. I did a really cute card with just one of the redder kits the other day for a engagement party. Redder, more red, probably the correct way to say that. Okay, and let's decide where we like this. I think I like it there. Now, biggest problem, my title is green. You're never going to see it. I could put it over here. Let me just lay it out so you can see it. Let's lay the whole thing out. And maybe that is a cute way to do it. Where are, oh no, can't lose any letters. And then we got V. Okay. So, got only a few of you watching here, but maybe we can help me vote here. Where are the OTTERS? Where are the otters? What do you think about it over there? The other option is I could cut a piece of white or something and put it, and then put the title on it, like up here. But I kind of, well, I'll let you guys tell me. What do you think? You like it where I have it? Awesome. Great. So now we just got to figure out how we want to line it up. And if I can find my handy dandy T-square ruler, it's really an L-square ruler because I broke it. Those of you that don't remember, my T-square ruler, an L-square ruler. That's okay. And then we will do our best to glue these down. Now I could try to be fancy and use tweezers. We'll see how that works. Yeah, that's not working, but that's okay. This will be the tedious part of this conversation, so it'd be lovely if you guys chat among yourselves. The one thing I don't like about this, I used to have a Xyron. Who had a Xyron? That you would stick the letters in and then make them stickers. Oh, who misses their Xyron? I mean, and I still have like 3 Xyron machines, but the problem is either the company went out of business, or they decided it wasn't profitable or something, and they stopped selling the cartridges. So my Xyron became useless. And I tried like the, the off-market brand. They never worked the same. But man, I miss that Xyron. It made doing die cuts actually like useful. And then there is that sticker book that puts like the little dots on, but I never seem to get the dots exactly where I want them. So I've had to resort to liquid glue, which does work. Now the one thing about this Tim Holtz kit set is it does not have punctuation, but I am okay with that. If you're not okay with that, you may have to, you could stamp the punctuation, or you may have to choose a title that doesn't need it. But I really wanted to say, and I think I just dropped the pen top, which is really bad. Oh, there it is. Good. Okay. Don't want to lose that. Where I might just do them all on the edge. That might make me feel happier about this. Also, at this point, my hands are now super sticky from the glue. Also a problem, but that's okay. Nope, that didn't work. As you can tell, this is not my skill set, but we're going to get through it. Longest part of the whole video is going to be watching me glue down letters. Am I the only person that does this where you die cut letters like this? I mean, it's just so much nicer to be able to make your own titles, which I find, because, you know, stickers, like, this is so many E's and so many, it's really so many E's and T's that I probably would have had a hard time finding a sticker set in just the right color that had all the letters. So by doing it this way, it guaranteed I would have the letters. And that's one of the reasons I do like die cut alphabets, but I don't like the having to stick them down. Yeah. To me, if you have something very specific that you want to say, like I did for this one, cutting out your own titles is kind of the best way to go. Some layouts can go with any pre-made title, you know, beautiful, smile, adventure, those kinds of things. And I could have made a pre-made title work, but I really wanted to tell the story of searching for otters and then not finding them. So for those of you that came in a little bit later or that watching this later, this is from the new Tim Holtz die cut pack, the Thinlits pack. And it is this alpha, and I cut them out from Hidden Creek this morning. I absolutely love these Tim Holtz packs, Thinlit packs. I usually get all the Christmas ones and all the Halloween ones, but lately I've been getting some of the alphas too, and have loved how they've turned out. Oh no, I'm gonna have to push this down because the T needs to be lower. See if we can do that. Otherwise, this T, oh, come on. Okay. So no, this is not as exciting as embellishing, but we are almost done. Almost done. This is also why I typically don't do this kind of thing on lives. Because it takes a long time and it's not that exciting to watch. Or unless maybe it is. Maybe you're sitting here going, this is like my favorite thing. I like watching somebody put down letters. And if that's the case, more power to you. Glad I could help. Okay. We have title. Oh dear. Now let's figure out, oh, come on, stay there. Let's figure out where we want this and what embellishments we want to use. Now, obviously, we're going to use the river otters. We have 2 of them. But we also have a lot of other things in here. So let's figure out what else we want to do. We have, and I know we had like some tickets, which I think is appropriate because this was at the, I've just completely lost my train of thought. This was at the aquarium. Put the date down. I have one of those left. I really want something that I can journal on, and I think I had gotten So from another collection I have these, and they're the right color lines. So I probably will journal with one of those. I got delighted, and florals, favorite, I do have the great outdoors, which is kind of funny. I might go ahead and include that. Memories, a little adventure. And then we have a bunch of different butterflies. Hey, Anna, how are you? Well, you're not missing too much. We are going through and picking out embellishments right now. Definitely want to staple this on and get the date. So I'll look the date up in just a second. Okay. Maybe put in the white. Okay. Pulled out a bunch of stuff. Let's figure out what we want to do. Now, the one thing I would love to be able to do is make a little bit of a something up here, because on the sketch up here they had some words and some tags. So let's see what we could do with that. Maybe we have like a little greenery. I don't think we need the greenery. We're just going to do admit one, a little adventure, and taking it all in. And we'll put those up here, kind of make a little something. Perhaps with a butterfly. And then we will put this, oh, come on, here. And put that there. And let's put the baby river otter here. And we'll pop that up. We will put our journal block here. Maybe we'll push it over here, and we will find something to put on the corner. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to put the big river otter right there. And I'm going to continue these florals like this. Thought I had another blue. Here we go. Like that. What do you guys think? Giving a little more florals. And then we've got this that says these moments. Another admit one, except this one is green. Might just, yeah. And then I'm going to do favorite memories up here. We haven't stuck any of this down, so we're going to stick all of this down after I kind of get it all, and we will, I don't think I'm going to use scenic. And this says one fine day. I might put that right there. Great outdoors. Oh, think I need any of these. Then we might have a butterfly there and a butterfly here. Okay, what do you guys think? And then the last thing I'm going to do is get the date and put the date on this, and I will staple it. So look at this real quick. Tell me what you think, and then we will start sticking stuff down. Oh, hi, Cynthia. Hi, Jana or Jana? That's a great question. I am going to look at the date of when this was. This should have been March 28th. And I will then take my black soot and we will put all this down. March 28th, 2025. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, because this has a staple on it, and I don't want to cover up the rivers there, is we are going to get my tiny attacher and staple on the staple. Ha-ha. Okay. Kind of knew where all that was. Take this, glue this, tape this down. Oh, that giant, I usually use the giant tape stamp, but when I'm doing things like this where I'm trying to put it on the tags, I have to use the smaller stamp. Okay, so now let's do favorite memories, which we had here. Oh, it is. I love doing this with the 49 The Market or the Hidden Creek, this kind of collection. And I know you just have to sort of play around and be willing to like make things work. It's kind of like something that's taken me a while to get comfortable with, but now that I do it a lot, it's kind of my favorite way to do a layout, because in a lot of ways, you can't do anything wrong, if that makes sense. Like, you can't really mess it up because it's just putting things there, you know? Let's cut some of this. Oh, where's my blue scissors? There they are. I lost my blue scissors for like, I don't know, a week. It was traumatic. I had slight flashbacks there of losing them. They are my favorite scissors. They're the platinum nonstick or titanium nonstick. They're the first nonstick scissor I've ever had that actually works. It really is nonstick. I always say your scissors can be super expensive or super cheap. They just have to be scissors that you will use. So we're putting the river otter right there. Look at that. Oh, he's adorable. Just adorable. And then now let's put this little collection together. Okay, for the butterfly, we are going to get 2 pop-ups and put them on the, I'm too lazy. You know what? I too am typically too lazy, but there are times when you just want when you just want a certain word and die cuts are the only option. Now, I have been known to buy 4 packs of an alpha just to avoid having to die cut. So don't get me wrong. I understand. But when you can do it with die cutting, it just works. Okay, push that down. Next cluster. So we're just kind of working cluster to cluster here. So this one, we have our journaling piece. This really feels like there's more than one piece of paper, but it's not. And then we had delighted and these moments. So all of this, the majority of this is the Hidden Creek collection. So if you got this collection, you should be able to recreate this. It's a combination of the laser cuts and the die cut pack. A few of the chipboard pieces came from a different 49 and Market collection, and then this was something I had in my stash. So, and I think I'm going to put this right there. So I am going to just take down one wing. Give it a little movement. So we'll write on that. Now let's attach the film strip. And I've cut it, so now we're going to utilize this to cover up the fact that I cut it poorly. We're going to pop up this lovely little otter. Oh, he can go both ways. I think I want him facing that way. The one thing about this, the Arden collection or Arden Studios collections is their laser cuts are both directions. And then we're going to put love right there. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Last little, how are we doing? We're doing great on time. Last little section up here. Let's get this together. And I am kind of building this randomly. But in a way that makes it kind of appealing to the eye. That's the most important thing you need to do. As Belle says, a lot of times I just eyeball things, which is a very true statement. Okay, we like that. And then we're going to put this last little butterfly. So what do we think? Now we will get the enamel dots and mess around with them. Okay, so we have collage there, collage there, collage at the bottom. And we're going to journal. Let's put some enamel dots on this sucker. Okay. We've already, whatever that color was, I used it up. So we're going to use brown, blue, and the lighter green. That's not good. Okay, so 3 spots for those. Used one of each size of all 3 colors. That is basically the page. Got my otters on the page. I'm going to do some journaling. I've got the date. Trying to decide if I think there's anything else it needs. What do you guys think? Great layout. I think we're good. Took about 40 minutes to put together. That's a pretty good time. Oh, I do have one more butterfly. I have one more butterfly. I think I forgot this butterfly. I think it was going to go up here. Let's add that butterfly. Look at that. You almost forgot the butterfly. Okay, butterfly right on top of Dad's head. Love it. Okie dokie. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Got the layout, got the 2 different challenges. So we copied the card sketch for our layout, and we used Hidden Creek to do those 2 colors. Notice we have a ton of that green and blue. If you're interested in the challenges, please go over to My Little Scrapbook Store's Layout and More page. Otherwise, I will see you back here next week. Thanks, everybody.